Okay.
And then I'll join y'all.
All right.
Okay, so go ahead, Kim. You can.
But they can hear you though. So
Yeah,
you
they
do
can
the
hear
intros.
me.
What am I doing?
You're gonna do the intros. Do the hellos.
Are we ready now?
Yeah, this is the third time.
Hey guys, take 3. For those of you who have stuck in with us, we do appreciate it. We are having difficulties with the camera. So we are here.
Hey, what's going on?
See, you know what? You told me to do the intro.
Yeah, I'm letting you do it. So look, this is the third time. Because, we're having problems. So, technical difficulties. Everybody has them. We're having them
just
tonight.
gonna jump right into our special guest.
Yeah, let's
we
just
don't
jump
want
into
y'all to
special
miss
guest.
anymore.
We'll talk about everything that we need to. Everybody in the tag, we'll talk about them later.
Yeah, we tag
So, right now we're going to talk to our special guest. And we're not going to talk about anybody yet. Right? Really. So, McKenna. So, for everybody that don't know, this newbie, of course, that's Kym over there. We believe that she's bringing in the bad wuju.
Whatever.
That's taking everything down.
Whatever.
But listen.
Y'all watched the first videos, the bell, but I'm just saying.
The bell? What bell are you?
Bells will be ringing.
Okay, so Kym calls herself a bell. So, anyway.
Network's up. You
got it?
All right, let me see. Go ahead.
Okay, so, newbie, Kym, we have the lovely, phenomenal Karen Linette with us today. We're so honored to have her here. So, Karen, thank you for being here.
Thank you.
We're glad you're here. Hope third time's a charm. Everything should be working great now. Come on, Verizon. I'm paying you a lot of money. So, we're here.
Mine is frozen. Oh, man. I don't know if that we're going to keep talking.
Yeah, we're going to keep talking because who knows
Chucky
what's going
Henderson,
on.
okay.
Hey, what's up, Chucky?
Chucky.
We'll keep talking. And we're going to keep sharing. And we're going to keep doing this over and over and over again until we have enough to create one collage of a show. So what? You have to see the same thing over and over again. Nobody's going to do that. But Karen, okay. So since we have Karen here, Karen, can you tell us and everybody out there that don't know who you are? We know who you are. We know you're a phenomenal person. But can you tell everybody out there who you are?
Well, my name is Karen Linette, or they pronounce it in the DMV Kern.
Kern.
Okay, because some of our folks, our people struggle with the pronunciation of Karen. So therefore, you can say Kern if you see me in the streets.
Kern.
Okay? In the streets, yes. So I have been performing since high school, late bloomer, starting out in choir and then performing with local bands here in the Washington, D.C. area, most notably Wildflower Band. That's my brother Kingfisher's band, Soundproof Band, and a couple other situations that I've been lucky to be a part of. Mm-hmm. And also getting a wonderful opportunity, being blessed to work with some national recording artists as well, doing some backing vocal shows with them. So it's been a really good ride. And so now the time is for Kern to branch out on her own. I've done the Karen Linette experience, my own situation, and then so now I'm kind of really going full throttle on doing me.
Okay.
As well as still continuing to work with a couple of situations. Yes.
Okay. So with singing,
yes.
Where did you get your start in singing?
Just in choir. My folks didn't know. I'm assuming I sung around the house, just didn't really pay much attention to it. Mm-hmm. My mother, she apparently didn't either. Mama missed it. She was shady, but I did the choir, and so my musical director, Mr. Williams, had put me to lead some of the special situations we had, and then ended up doing the talent show in my senior year of high school. Mm-hmm. And parents, my mom called the school and asked for a videotape because she wasn't able to make it, and so that's when she discovered my child can sing. Wow. And then I ended up being tapped to do the national anthem at our commencement at the Kennedy Center. So so that was quite
the Kennedy Center.
Quite
not just a center.
How old were you?
The Kennedy Center.
I was 18
at the Kennedy Center.
At the Kennedy Center.
At the Kennedy
and you
Center.
sang the national anthem.
The national anthem.
Okay, one of the hardest songs in America to sing.
Yes.
And I'm only gonna say America because I know
we
there's some
just
songs
witnessed
out there
that
that are harder to sing.
Yes.
So one of the hardest songs to sing, you sang it at the Kennedy Center, and this is only after how long? How many years of singing?
At that point, it was. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's your volume there.
Ah,
It's your volume.
That's my volume.
Third time's the charm. I tell y'all.
Ah.
That's why I love her.
I'm sorry. You all know what we've been going through.
We've been having some technical difficulties here today.
We've been having so much fun though.
It's
It's been so much fun.
And 5, 4. What was the question? I'm sorry.
That same one. Oh my god! It's the 8th time we've done it.
Rewind the tape. Okay, 27. Take 27. Okay.
No, I love it though. I love it. So singing, you started singing then.
Yes.
Sang at the Kennedy Center, which is no small feat at all.
Oh, no.
To be able to sing at the Kennedy Center, but then to sing a song that's so hard. But then hearing you now, your voice now, and hearing, I'm quite sure back then you were still a work in progress as far as singing and getting better, and then singing with groups, and now you're doing your own thing. What do you find? What are some of the comforts you had singing with a group that you don't have now singing solo and running everything yourself?
Well, not much difference because I've always kind of done my own thing. I mean, as far as having the flexibility and the freedom to do me. So playing with Wildflower, it was typically a situation of myself, 3 musicians. Yeah. So it was very much improv. It was very much feel. So I never became dependent upon other people, put it like that. So also, it was never a steady group of folks. So the blessing in that was, I mean, I could walk in at any point and be a different bassist or a different keyboardist on that particular show. So we're just going to get in here and just make it do what it do. And so much magic was created from that. So with that, it taught me to quickly adapt to any situation. Any situation.
All right. So, would you say that's a great strength for any singer out there?
Yes, you have to learn to adapt. Something could go wrong. A musician may not be able to make it, and you got a sub. You may have some technical difficulties.
Yeah.
You never know what's to happen, but you got to learn to play around that.
Right.
You know, and some are not able to easily adapt to change. Got to be able to adapt.
Okay.
That's key.
So I want to, because I need to make sure that you all know, in case you are just tuning in on take 3, she is an incredible music historian.
Yeah.
So tell everybody how that started. The love of music.
The love of music started from my parents. Both my parents loved soul music, and that's what they played in the house. Soul music. And then when my parents separated, like, I would go over to my dad's house and I would pretty much sit at his stereo the whole weekend making cassettes. We'd stop at the store, he'd get me a pack of cassettes, blank cassettes.
I do
and
too.
I am making, I remember cassettes
too.
from a grown folks cassettes.
I remember the cassettes.
And I am sitting there making cassettes where, you know, he loved Barry White, James Brown, Isaac Hayes, Mandrill, War. He loved all that stuff. And so that's where it came from. And then my brother, like I said, is a drummer. So he introduced me to jazz and rock and go-go and reggae. So, yeah, just all around.
So we were talking about how she just not only loves, but knows every genre of music. I mean,
it doesn't matter.
She
the genre.
Everybody daily.
Doesn't matter the genre.
Out the day.
Doesn't matter who the singer is, who the producer
I'm telling
is.
You.
When the album came out, even if it was an album before albums.
Maybe a background of the background singer. I'm like, I didn't even know.
So back in 1876, there was an artist by the name of...
Moses.
Moses and them.
Shit, Moses and
them.
Yeah, Moses.
Sticky Wicks and the Water Crew.
Right.
They got their
They
drum
recorded
kits.
in the underground.
Right.
Underground Railroad recordings.
And she didn't put it up.
She knows about it.
I'm
I mean,
telling you.
know, as far as somebody that knows music and knows just everything about it, you're like that historian that anybody can go to and tap, and you're like a walking dictionary for music itself. Is this where we know that you used to volunteer at Roadhouse Oldies?
Oh, I got paid.
Oh, she got paid.
I was an employee.
She was an employee. Okay, so she got the coins.
She.
I didn't get paid
She got the
a whole lot,
coins.
but I worked there.
But no, you worked there and you did a lot. You did a lot while you were there.
Yes.
And that spread of knowledge, did that help you, or do you think that just...
Oh yeah. I worked at Roadhouse Oldies, which is located in downtown Silver Spring, for 19 years. So I worked alongside Mr. DJ Scooter Magruder. He's a DJ, well-known DJ here in the area. He's also on the radio currently. And all of us employees, first of all, the owner, Mr. Alan Lee, always said, anybody can't work here. You have to know music. I mean, I can't count the number of times you could call me on the phone and say, I'm looking for a song. What's that song? Well, it's talking about love. Okay. So
it's like 800.
So we had to do a lot of digging on behalf of our callers, because they weren't, so we did a lot of research for our callers, and so it was a small mom and pop shop, but yet it was just so much love. And one of our beloved customers would come every Saturday faithfully and hang out with us. Shout out to Wild Bill. And
that's the
we met him.
That's
Wild Bill.
He's a dancing fool.
Yes, indeed.
We were affectionately called Roadhouse University because he would just love to come and just talk music. So we would sit in there. It didn't even feel like a job. We sit in there and talk music for hours, and I learned from them. They learned from me. Because Scooter more. His focus is more. He plays everything. However, the fan base is more 60s and 70s and 80s.
Right. And
then I was more of the contemporary. Then we had our gospel expert. Then we had our doo-wop expert. We all, like I said, learned from each other. So yeah.
Oh wow.
But it was an amazing job. It didn't even, like I said, didn't even feel like a job.
So let's talk about today, what's going on now. So if you all don't know it, Karen has two new singles.
Yeah.
Two new singles. The first one is Couldn't Love You. And I will continue to point every nod.
It don't matter. What's the name of the second single?
I gotta tell you, the second one's my favorite though. Another Star.
What's the name of the second one?
Another Star.
That's what you got. Another star on my hit list.
Because if you hear the range in Karen's voice,
yeah,
it's like she just gradually goes up. I was like, wait a minute. Just gradually.
And okay, that's a good question. Because you do have your single out. So you have your two singles out.
Yes.
Couldn't Love You,
all can get it
and Another Star. And you can get it everywhere. So it's available everywhere. You can go to Amazon, you can go to Spotify, you can go wherever you go to buy your music or get your music. You want to download
Prove to us. Get it today. Prove it to us.
Because it's well worth it.
Yes.
Now, with music, your ability to basically walk a song in and then just sit it down at the table, like it meant something. It's like Thanksgiving when you waiting for Aunt so and so to come with the mac and cheese because she the only one that can make it. And when she pull up and she walk in with that mac and cheese, it's like everybody make room for it.
You know how you close your eyes, and make that little stank face. That's what you do when you.
That's what she does with music. And what taught you, or how did you get to that point to where you know that okay, I need to put this in, I need to put that in, or is it just something that you just meticulously just keep going after, or is it just something that you just close your eyes and it's just heartfelt because it just flows naturally?
It's got to be from the heart. So many people do music for various reasons. You have your own motivation as to why you choose to perform, whether it's money or attracting people, whatever the case. I just happen to just love music. That's all. Just love music.
And she does. I mean, she really does.
Music is my first love.
Really does.
It shows. It definitely shows in her singing, and when you see her perform, I mean, this woman commands the band the entire 9 yards. She does it, and she sings like crazy. I mean, if you could do a little Whitney right now, and I was helping you.
And who was helping you?
I know we could do things.
And
we could do
who
many
Yes,
things.
we can tear it down.
We could tear it down.
Tear it down.
But no, we did hear you we did hear you singing at OTI one time.
Yes.
Renzo Miller had his Wednesday,
Mo
Jazz
Jazz
Wednesdays. Mo Jazz Wednesdays. This is when it was at OTI. He has it somewhere else right now, but this is what it is at OTI.
Yeah.
And you sang Whitney Houston, I Have Nothing.
Ah.
And now, if you guys know OTI, I'll give you the background of OTI. When you go into OTI, it's a bar. It's at a hotel. It's a bar. You go in there, it's a bar, but it's also a restaurant. So the bar and restaurant are combined. One big room. You have the stage there for the musicians to sing. They go up and they sing.
Let me add, you had the TVs on and everything.
Oh, you had TVs on because the game was on too.
I remember that night.
So you had the game
I remember
on.
that.
The game was on, so you had people watching the game. You had people at the bar that was getting turned up because they did have good drinks.
Mm-hmm.
So, and the drinks was cheap. So they getting turned up at the bar. And you had people that were there dining, and then you also had people that were there listening for the concert to hear Karen sing.
So pockets of noise. Just pockets of noise everywhere.
Noise everywhere.
Uh-huh.
She takes the mic. Noise is still everywhere.
Noise.
She starts singing. Still noise. She hits a couple of notes. Crickets.
Crickets.
Literally crickets.
Crickets, I tell you.
She get to that last final note, you can hear a pin drop in that place. When she finished, standing ovation throughout the entire spot. I was floored by that. I was like, wow, this woman is just bad. And to be able to sing to me, because, of course, God has not blessed me with that. Something shady on the back end. I think it's something my mom and dad did that screwed that all up. But I'm going to leave that alone. But, I mean, for somebody like me that, doesn't sing, I mean, I wish I could. But it's like, it amazes me when I, hear a singer just, belt something out. But, I mean, it comes from, your soul. It's like your whole, it's like from your far back, that eighth vertebrae. Back there. It's like pushing everything out. Damn, Karen, how you do it?
I don't know. It's sometimes I surprise myself. As far as, it takes, as far as it's an art to command an audience, to get their attention, because a lot of times singers do struggle with trying to get people's attention. Especially if you're in an atmosphere where there are good drinks and good food, or you're trying to hook up with someone that you just took notice of,
right?
Stuff like that. So a whole lot of stimulation around you in the televisions and things of that nature. So an art to commanding your audience and making them listen to you. Mm-hmm. It's truly, truly key, because you can stand there and sing all night and nobody's paying attention. Right. That's happened before. And folks are not always, meaning to be rude, but it happens.
So how do you get over that? So, because you said it happened before.
Yeah.
So how did you get over that?
You just got to keep going, and you may have a crowd of 50 people in there. You may only pull 5, but you will sing to those 5 people, and the show must go on. Just continue doing you, and eventually others may, like crickets. All of a sudden, somebody singing? Where did that come from? So it could happen, but again, it's about commanding that audience, drawing them into you.
So I'm sure you have new fans every day, but I know one new fan in particular. We had him meet us at Blue Sunday.
Yes.
And I'm building. I say, wait till you hear sing. I think a couple of your friends were getting up. A couple other musicians were getting up and singing, and Karen was just in the background singing and everything. And then I think Lorenzo brought her up. She's like, I don't know. He looked at me. He said, she ain't gonna sing. I said, I'm telling you. And Karen's like, I don't know. Okay, everybody. Then she brought that microphone, and he looked at me, and then he leaned back. I said, what I tell you?
whole nother
I
subject.
felt proud of Karen. Like, Karen, what I tell you?
That's beautiful.
Just hold on for a minute.
Thank you to my new fan, whoever you are. Thank you.
No, but you did it. I mean, you killed it that night.
Yeah.
Then he brought
Every
up,
night.
other artists, and they killed it as well. I mean, it's a phenomenal thing. It's a phenomenal thing to me to hear someone just vocally bring out, what somebody else is feeling.
Mm-hmm.
So to be able to do that is just phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a saying, I believe it was Helen Beller sang it on one of her CDs a long time ago, and it says music is the voice of God.
Yes.
Do you feel that when you're singing?
Oh, definitely. And as well, because there is a song that speaks to every single subject.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Everything.
Yeah.
There's a song about everything.
Right.
And some song is gonna resonate with you. As far as my new single, Couldn't Love You, actually the basis of that song is, I tried to love you, but you couldn't love me because you don't love yourself.
Wow.
So therefore you couldn't love me back. So that's the crux of Couldn't Love You.
Wow.
So basically there's going to be people that song is going to resonate with.
Right.
We've all been through that when you love someone, they can't love you back.
Right.
They suffer with their own issues.
Right.
They can't love you back. So.
But that's power. Okay, so
that says a lot.
It says a lot, and to me, that empowers women. It's just like, okay, I'm mature enough to know that this is not gonna work.
It's not gonna work.
It's almost there back.
It's a one-sided situationship.
And that's maturity. That's not just about love. That's maturity.
Yeah.
See, she put it all in.
When it's one-sided, it's like we're not going anywhere because you ain't loving on me. I'm doing all the loving, and then it's like, for your own reasons, you have your own issues.
So, as a musician, do you feel that sometimes you're a therapist?
Oh yeah, definitely. Someone made the statement about the legendary late great Phyllis Hyman. They said, "Oh, I don't like to listen to her. All of her songs are depressing." I was like, "That's not true." Number one,
right.
Number two, her songs evoked a lot of emotion. She poured her heart out and her soul and her guts into those songs, and a lot of those songs resonated with people, and that's why she is still relevant today.
Yes, she is.
And I've yet to meet a female in town who ain't tried to get up and sing "Meet Me on the Moon" or whatever the case may be.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
right, and they just came pulling off like Phyllis.
You know what I'm saying?
It's not about when Phyllis sang.
Exactly.
The way she did it,
everybody's at some point has got up there and tried to do "Meet Me on the Moon" or whatever. You know how to love me, and Phyllis just evoked a lot of emotion in people. Even though she had her own struggles, her own demons, or what have you, emotion is key.
Yeah, right.
Is it hard being a performer?
Yeah, definitely.
Because you make it seem so easy.
Ooh, I've been doing it a minute, but it's hard.
It seem so easy.
You do make it seem easy.
Putting a show together is a struggle. When you got to coordinate, when you're doing your own thing, when you're working independently, coordinating as far as securing venue, band, set list, music selection. Yeah, that's the same thing as set list. Rehearsals, getting the show tight, staying on top of your folks and making sure that they're on point of what they have to do, all the logistics are in order, and then performing, paying people.
See, people think you all just show up and sing.
Sometimes I do. When it's not my show, I just show up and sing. But as well, I got to ensure that I give the best performance possible, and I'm respectful of that particular group or what have you, and what they're trying to do.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, so the two singles. Where are we going with that? We're going to the album.
We are going to an EP.
Oh, see, yeah.
Yes.
We're going to an EP. Hopefully, what I will do, right now, I'm presenting these two singles to you that you can get online. I'm also have these hard copies available if you catch me in the streets.
In the streets.
In the streets with the K. I hope to complete an EP, hopefully soon, and just share some more good music with you guys.
Okay.
Okay, so because Karen is everywhere. I don't know why I'm about to ask this.
No, I ask it.
So where's the next place that people can hear you?
Yeah, where can you find you?
Like everywhere.
I think I'm at Soto on Friday with Mr. John Lampkin. I think Soto. I've never been there before. We'll find out. I don't know. I'll post on my social media. This Saturday, I'll be with Mousy Thompson and the James Brown Experience.
Wow.
Now,
Oh, wow.
if you love some James Brown, now that is a heck of a show.
My mom told me.
Heck of a show.
It was a great
Heck of a show. Mr. Gregory Cooper just gives you the essence of James Brown, and it's just it's one of my favorite situations to be a part of because I grew up on James Brown. My daddy loved James. It's just funk. Too much. It's just funk overload.
When she talks about music, she just
Yeah.
goes.
She gives you all that.
It's funk overload. I mean, I've
overload,
literally sat and listened to James and like it just dumbfounded as to where did he get that from?
Right.
I mean, just sitting there, I'm dumbfounded when I listen to James Brown. So Saturday we'll be at the Gordon Center for the Performing Arts out in Owings Mills, Maryland. So we're doing that. But I have a really big show coming up. April 12th. Can I talk about that?
You can talk about it.
Let's
talk about
it.
it.
So April 12th at the Carlisle Club. This is a really important one because this show is super important because we're stepping out as independent artists and we're coming together because trying to of course build upon that indie music challenge initiative of supporting one another. But myself, Anissa Hargrove,
yes,
and Tyra Levon, all three independent artists, we are coming together one night, one stage at the Carlisle Club in Alexandria, Virginia.
So it's going to be 3 independent artists.
Amazing.
3 singing divas.
Yes.
Singing off
that's what I was about to say.
We're gonna be in there singing off
These
faces.
are 3 women that you cannot deny them the simple fact that when they open their mouth, it's like God is speaking through them or singing through them. It's like y'all put the angels up in heaven that sing before God out of business.
Yes.
Y'all are their backup. These women can sing. I mean, my God, y'all. I mean, and then all 3 of y'all there together.
We're gonna.
I know y'all gonna be singing
together.
Oh man, that's gonna be
no
a good show.
No attitudes, no egos. There's 3 young ladies who are coming together for one purpose, and that is to present good music to all of you. So the Carlisle Club is where it goes down on Thursday, April 12th, and we really need y'all to be in the house.
Yeah.
So we're excited
April
about
12th.
it. So what we're going to do is give away tickets to the show. But we gonna figure out.
Yeah, we got to figure out how we're going to do
How
that
we
because
gonna do
with
that.
our technical difficulties that we've
right.
a new challenging.
Right.
So what we're going to do is we're going to come back. We'll decide how we're going to do that.
We're going to post how to do that.
Yeah, we're going to post how to do that. So we'll be able to give a ticket out for a free ticket. Somebody's going to win a ticket to the show. So that way we can make sure that our fans get a chance to go. So, well, not our fans, but our fan.
We got a couple people that's shouting out right now. We got Tamika White saying hi to Karen.
How you doing?
Oh, I can't read.
Oh, yeah,
Keelan Rowe. Joe Braxton.
Joe Braxton.
Right saying, hey, what's up? What's up?
What's up, everybody?
All right.
My name is Kern.
Kern, because we in the city.
Kern.
So
We
it's
in the
Kern.
DC, it's Kern.
It's Kern.
In Maryland, it's Karen.
Karen.
Yeah. If you come to DC, it's Kern.
And Virginia is Karan.
Yeah. What?
Karan.
I like that.
Oh, Karan.
I like that. I'm gonna use that.
So yeah, it's that. So that's April 12th
Yes.
at the Carlisle Club.
Carlisle
And
Club.
that's in what part of Virginia? I wanna say
Alexandria.
Yeah,
Yes.
Alexandria, Virginia.
Really need y'all to.
Carlisle
It's
Club.
right over the Woodrow Wilson Bridge. Especially if you're in the PG County area, it's not too far. Carlisle Club is a nice, cool supper club
Very
atmosphere,
nice.
chill atmosphere,
Nice,
good
nice
food,
chill.
and it's gonna be definitely good singing.
Oh,
When I said singing, these heifers sang. Okay,
Okay.
that's it. I'm done.
Yeah.
You want to give them a little bit of Couldn't Love You?
What?
Or another song?
A little bit of Couldn't Love You.
Or
How
something.
about a little,
Just
okay.
Or something.
Well, we can let you do Couldn't Love You. and then
Couldn't
you
love
can
you,
do-
yes.
a little Whitney and maybe a little Jill.
Y'all gonna have me
And
doing
anyway,
a
what else
concert
y'all
on
want?
this show.
What do y'all want?
What
This
y'all
is what
want?
we're gonna ask. What do y'all want?
I'm taking requests.
So a quick snippet though. We're not gonna give you the whole song.
Right.
Okay, so Couldn't Love You goes, I open myself up to you. Now tell me what you want me to do. I trusted you too much. Loved you just a little too much. So tell me when enough is enough. You took my love and you threw it away. Through my tears you wanted me to stay. You see, my time, my love, my money didn't cost a thing. No, everyone said run away, but my heart said stay. Oh, how I loved you so, but you couldn't love you. You can't love me if you don't love yourself. You don't love me, no.
That is amazing. Amazing. That was all
That was live, y'all.
Now, mind you.
Oh, sorry. So you got Jill Scott, boy. She does.
Ah, that's my girl.
Listen, if I could went in there and grabbed my drums and my xylophone, I would have been out here helping her.
And the oboe.
And the oboe.
Like the oboe.
Kim, look up xylophone. I gotta see a picture of
Get
it.
one of them.
Google an image of it real quick.
Oh, yeah.
No, but this is
my
Karen
God.
Linette. Karen, that was amazing.
Thank you. Thank you.
Now, you wrote that yourself.
I wrote that, yeah.
So, okay, when you write music, I always ask anybody that, sings and writes.
Mm-hmm.
When you write music, does yours come to you naturally all at once or just over time?
Well, it comes over time. Some people are truly, some people are easily inspired by whatever, anything. I'm not as easily inspired, so sometimes, little writer's block or what have you. I wrote another song, which has kind of been sitting right now. Mm-hmm. So a friend asked me, when are you going to get that out? I said, well, it's a process. I mean, it's not something that you can just, it doesn't work like that.
Right.
The creative energy has to come to you, spirit has to come to you. And so I'm just waiting for it to come back. And then I may touch back on it again, or may hear something else or spark something else. So the songwriting aspect of it is new for me. I've been singing for ages, but the songwriting thing is new. So
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So for that up and coming singer,
yes,
give them some advice. What should they do or to get to the level that you are now?
Oh boy, it takes a lot of work and dedication, patience, and focus on you. Mm-hmm. Don't focus on what everyone else is doing. Mm-hmm. Not needing to emulate what others are doing. Try to create your own lane, your own style. Pretty simple. That's pretty much about it. Just stay in your lane. It's find something, a niche in you that makes you stand out.
Right.
Mm-hmm. You don't need to always do what everyone else is doing. And that's kind of where I branched off. I was doing what others were not doing. So a lot of times I'm called the B-side chick because I'm presenting to you, even when I'm, performing covers.
Right.
We're going to step away and we're going to, I'm forcing the stuff down your throat that you forgot about.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I'm not going to do the top 40 necessarily that's playing on the radio and that every single band in town is performing. We're going to step outside the box. And a lot of people have appreciated that because then they'll come back and say, oh my God, I hadn't heard that song in years. Or I forgot about that song. Mm-hmm. Well, that's the purpose of it. So to reintroduce it, and that's also why I do what I do as far as my page, as far as the birthdays and things.
Right.
For me, it's all about, number one, respecting the foundation. Mm-hmm. So respecting the foundation and people said to me, well, why do you always post these birthdays on your page? I said, because our people are the most trendy. We're trendy. We're forgetful. Mm-hmm. We kind of put our artists on the back burner once they are no longer of a certain, what's the word I'm looking for? Because when they're no longer popping,
Right.
trendy.
Right.
When they're no longer useful.
Right.
Yeah, so
what you were saying is
I didn't want to go there, but we kind of put our folks on the back burner.
Right.
And it's interesting. The dynamic is interesting that you'll have rock artists who will still sell out arenas and be 70, 80 years old. And some of our soul artists, unfortunately, have to come into a venue with 3 or 4 other acts just to get tickets sold. Just to get tickets sold, because we don't support our own. There's this big, major argument happening right now on Facebook regarding appropriation. But yet we are the ones who throw our artists away. But we get mad when someone else picks up the ball and runs with it. So let's talk about that. That's a whole other talk show. But, so...
We told y'all. We told y'all in the beginning.
Yeah.
And there is a whole other
we told y'all.
Because I was about to jump in and ask something too. I was like,
we told y'all.
Whole other talk show. So, but that's the thing about me. I'm like continuing to keep their legacies alive.
Yeah.
I figure like that's my... you have fans, you have fair weather fans. When I'm a fan of an artist, I'm a fan for life. I don't forget about you just because you ain't making records anymore.
And that's what Tasha White Sims just said. Artists that are no longer, what some people call no longer relevant.
Exactly, Tasha. Exactly, when they're no longer relevant. And that's, it's hurtful to the artists. And speaking from an artist standpoint, I can get where they're coming from. So that's disheartening that when my music ain't cutting it no more, people forget about me. I don't want you to forget about me. Right. And these artists don't want to be forgotten about. So I have had conversations with some of our legacy artists, and I said, people are still checking for you. I was talking with one in particular. He was like, really? And I said, yeah. People were still coming in Roadhouse asking for your music. You are still, and I still love you. I don't care about anybody else, but I'm still
some
here.
of the artists will do things to stay relevant, which takes away from who they really are.
Yeah.
And is that for money?
It's money, and it's also, again, just relevance. Just keeping, like, you can say whatever you want about B and the Beehive or what have you, but I cannot knock that girl's hustle.
Okay.
She's a cold beast.
She's doing it.
She's a cold beast, and you can't come for her. I love her personally. Right. Regardless of whom or what, I love her. I don't knock her hustle. It takes an incredible amount of work to stay on that level. And you just have to, do you have what it takes to stay on that level is the question. You got what it takes.
So that's what Tasha White Sims just asked. What is the key to keeping a legacy alive?
For me, my personal thing is I share information on my Facebook page. Usually I'll shout out an artist if it's their birthday or what have you. Yesterday was David Peaston. You remember who he was? David Peaston started out performing on...
I was going to say Aska.
No,
she said that. Yes. I was going to say Aska.
You ain't doing
But
this.
I said, what? David Peaston needs to be recognized for his birthday. He actually started out on the Apollo stage and he was killing. I mean, one of the most dynamic voices that was really unsung in a sense. You know what I'm saying? He didn't quite get to megastar status, but had an incredible instrument. So David Peaston, who actually, his older sister was a 60s singer, Fontella Bass. Rescue me.
Yeah.
That's his older sister. So there's the music history. His mama was a member of gospel group The Caravans, I believe. So musical legacy. So that's again.
Listen, as far as knowing music, I'm telling you, she read this stuff when she was like yay high off a pictograph and like went to caves in Australia and studied music.
The caves of Australia? Why not Africa? I went to Wakanda. Wakanda forever.
I was in Wakanda.
What are you talking about, Wakanda? I ain't going to Australia with Wakanda.
Okay, she went to Wakanda. She brought back some bourbon.
I brought back bourbon from Wakanda.
Well, it changed colors though.
It's got vibranium in it. See? Now you can sing because you got the vibranium in your throat. That's what it is. I'm telling you. Vibranium will do that to you. But It was actually my dad. My father. He's actually better at it than I am. He can spout off actual.
Somebody better than you.
Yes. Because when it comes to soul music, my father can tell you the exact year. Oh, that was 19. So he can give you all that. I can't get that deep into it.
Bryce.
Wow.
Yeah, my dad. I don't get that deep into it. But I do. I am fascinated by music history. Like I said, the family dynamics of David Peaston. I was like, oh wow, that was his sister. Wow, that was his mom. Like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, a friend of mine, he knows music so well. He can tell, you can just describe to him the album cover. Mm-hmm. He can tell you who wrote it, who did the album cover. Mm-hmm. He can tell you who sang on it, what the top song on there was,
right?
Who produced it, and who the AR director was.
Yeah, I don't get all that into it.
Knew all of that stuff. I was at work the other day. My boss was like, I heard this song and it said this. And I was like, you ain't got nothing else. But then she's like, who did it? I called Bryce. I was like, song says this and it has this in there. He called me. He sent it right back. This is the song.
That was Roadhouse. People would call us and ask us or email us. It's got these lines in it. Can you tell me what the name of the song is? And so we'd have to try to dig and find it. And, again, so for me, sharing the musical legacies, I think it's important to keep that legacy alive.
Right.
I mean, why do we need to forget about our folks? Right. Why forget about them? They were relevant in music.
Mm-hmm. And their music not only were they relevant, but their music had a relevance to it as well. Because music is just not something that you just hear once and you throw to the side. Music is something you can go back to and you can listen to inspire yourself.
Exactly.
Like your song, Couldn't Love You More. Mm-hmm. That's just an inspirational piece right there, telling you to make sure you love yourself first before you gotta love you first.
So if you're just tuning in, you all just missed the live version of this.
Yeah, you missed the live version. It's gonna come again because I just went.
All you gotta do is buy it.
Go ahead and buy it.
Buy it.
Go ahead and buy it. I downloaded the words, so I'm gonna sing it again. I'm gonna sing it again.
What? We can do fun. Download the words. Download the songs. Couldn't Love You and Another Star. They're available, like I said, all across all digital outlets.
All digital outlets. So in closing, let's ask you a couple of questions. Mm-hmm. One question. There's a conversation going on between you and your 12-year-old self. Mm-hmm. What would your 12-year-old self say to you to encourage you, and what would you say to your 12-year-old self?
Focus and just Was I talking to myself at 12? I don't think I was. How about music though? What was I talking about at 12? 12 was a blur. But my younger self would say to my older self, just remain focused and just keep doing you. Mm-hmm. That would be for any up and coming singer, what have you. Just and again, go back and reference some of the old stuff. And again, we talked before about this appropriation thing. Mm-hmm. So let's be real about it. We all pull from someone else as far as inspiration. All the time. Right. All the time. And that's not just in hip hop with sampling, but inspiration. So I worked temporarily as a consultant to a lady who worked for lawyers who, a lot of times had to go to court regarding copyright samples and things of that nature. And she called me, she played the song, she said, is this a sample or is it inspiration? That's what you have to determine to to present that in court, and is the case going to be won? So, but it's inspiration. Pulling from someone else, it's okay. Pull a little bit from this artist, pull a little bit from this artist, and incorporate that into your own style. But develop your own style. Right. Don't just straight plagiarize, folks, but develop your own style, create a niche, something that works for you. So it's going to make you stand out and believe in yourself and get out there and show yourself as much as possible. Today, I mean, we didn't have the tools back then of social media to get on a national platform. And then you have so many shows today where you have American Idol and Voice and all these other outlets in which to be seen by millions of people. We didn't have those back then, so just believe in yourself and keep doing you and stay in your lane. That's it.
That's right.
I heard that.
That's right.
So one last question. Do you have any musical goals right now?
musical goals right now. I have the 2 singles out. Hope to complete an EP, you know. Okay. Like I said, the musical bug as far as writing doesn't come to me right away. And then there's some really awesome people I'm working with in town. So hopefully we can get something popping. Right now I'm finishing up recording a 3rd song right now. Just
nice.
Working on that. We were working on that yesterday, as a matter of fact. And we'll revisit it again, go back in the studio and finish working on that. So it's a process.
But you all heard it's a beautiful process. It's a
fun
need you
process.
all, if you just tuned in, I really need you all to go back and hear what you just missed. And then I want you to go on Amazon or Spotify or iTunes, wherever you get your music from.
Yeah, wherever you get your music
and
from.
purchase those 2 singles. And follow us because we're going to give away some tickets to the April 12th show.
Yep.
So you got to we're going to figure out how we're going to do that.
Yeah, we'll figure out how we're going to do that.
We're going to figure out how we do that. We're going to just stick around because we're going to mention a few people, events that's going on this week.
Before we do that, we do have another question.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, we do.
Okay.
Do you think shows like Unsung hurt or help the legacy of an artist?
They help. They help. I'm a moderator of the Fans of TV One's Unsung forum on Facebook. I'm one of the moderators. Myself, Bow-Legged Lou is a moderator. Luther McRae, he's our head moderator. It's a group of us. It's an awesome forum where there's been a lot of debate, about what people feel to be unsung. I think folks get hung up on that term, unsung.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Unsung, of course, leads to washed up. Not necessarily. As a matter of fact, this Sunday is Deborah Cox. She's far from washed up. But she wanted to come on the show in order to now just be mindful that we are not affiliated with TV One and the show, but we do. Some of the show producers actually are on the forum as well. So sometimes they do read the comments and things of that nature. So they are a lot of the artists are engaged in the forum. We've had artists comment on the page, Melba Moore, Melissa Morgan. Those people have actually commented on the page. So I'm a moderator of the Fans of TV One's Unsung as well as the Fans of TV One's Unsung Hollywood. So I moderate both of those pages. But it's about keeping those legacies alive too in Black Hollywood. But to answer your question, as far as unsung, it helps. And a few artists have come back and said doing unsung revitalized their careers because a whole new audience was brought to them just by watching the show.
Right.
Now, to be honest with you, I was born in the 70s and grew up in the 80s, but I wasn't really into, I'll give you a prime example, the Silvers. And like when I saw the Silvers Unsung, I'm like, this group has some funky music. So that's what brought that's what brought them to my attention by watching Unsung. And I'm truly thankful to the show. I just didn't know about the Silvers because my parents didn't play the Silvers. You know, my mom was playing Aretha and Johnny Taylor. My mama played
the Fosters.
My mama played Johnny. My mama didn't play Foster. She played Johnny Taylor and Bobby Womack. I grew up with soul singers. So what I did hear was the bubblegum stuff, Hotline and Pop stuff. So I didn't, but they had some deep stuff, and it was like watching the Unsung. I was blown away. And after that, I'm like, let me go online and try to find some Silvers music. So Unsung, definitely. People get too hung up on the title.
Right.
And it's not about the title. I just want to hear the story.
Yeah, to me that's what Unsung is. It's stories you haven't heard about the artist. Or, a struggle that they've had or a struggle they went through as far as getting where they are. Right. It's because, Sylvester. Yes. When Unsung did the show about Sylvester, there are 2 guys that started a musical about Sylvester.
I saw that.
Off of that show.
Off
of watching Unsung, he started the musical and came to Howard. We saw him at Howard when he was here at Howard when he first started. Then went to New York, and now they're on Broadway with, what's her name?
Cheryl Lee Ralph.
Shirley Ralph. I was going to say Cheryl Pepsi Rowley, but that ain't her. That's the wrong Cheryl.
Shirley Ralph, I think, served as an executive producer of the show. I actually went to New York to see it, and it was a great show.
Phenomenal show.
But based on Unsung alone, it revitalized.
He saw it one night. That same night, he started researching Sylvester. and wanted to get his story out there.
Get his story out there. He had a great story.
Had a great story.
Had a great story.
We have one viewer, Deborah Chandler. We love you. Deborah says she hasn't seen this in a while, so we love you, Deborah. Love you.
Yeah.
Well,
keeping those legacies alive.
Yeah, so
that's my main goal. Keeping the legacies alive. Just because they're dead and gone or no longer performing, they're not forgotten about in my book. Mm-hmm. I always try to, I force it on other people. I do. And so that's why I share what I do. And you can like and love it, or you can keep scrolling.
We're grateful.
Look, we're grateful for you. We're grateful for everything you do for the music industry, for the music world, everything you do for the world, period. We're grateful for that because you are definitely making an impact.
Thank you.
Not just on yourself and your life, but on the lives of many others that are watching you. Because there are a lot of people that come to your show and they actually watch you. There are a lot of people that follow your page and they watch you and they want to try to emulate you and be like you. Not sing like you and just do everything, but they want to have that essence and that aura that you actually have about yourself. They want it about them too because they see it's rewarding. Mm-hmm. It's rewarding. It's beneficial.
Oh yeah.
It's phenomenal. If there's anything that you could do for us, if you could take us out in song, preferably a song.
No, not yet, because see, I knew he was going to do that. Go off script. He always goes off script. So real, before you do
I want to sing. I've been practicing.
Before you do that, tell everybody before I tell you about the other events. Tell everybody again because some people just signed on.
Yes, if you're just joining us, Thursday, April 12th, you can catch me, Karen Linette. That's Karen. Linette. Linette. Not a Y. Need an I. So Karen Linette, myself, Anissa Hargrove, Tyra Levon. We're all three of us singing-faced divas.
Yes.
Singing-faced. We're going to be at the Carlisle Club in Alexandria, Virginia on Thursday, April 12th. Mm-hmm. So you got to get your tickets. We really, really, really want you to be there. Alexandria, Virginia. Cool show, great atmosphere, good food. And like I said, singing.
And you guys are doing a tribute.
We're doing a tribute. It's called The Legends of R&B, the Ladies Edition.
Yes.
So we'll be presenting some songs to you from Gladys Knight, Anita Baker, Tina Marie, Phyllis Hyman.
Who's doing Out on a Limb? Do they need backup?
No.
Was that
Nisa
or was that no?
You know what had happened.
I felt in my spirit that was a no.
Here's the thing. About that. Yeah. That got scratched from the set list all of a sudden.
How? That's like one of the
It was a typo on the set list. It was a typo on the set list.
Okay.
But yes, but we're going to be presenting all those artists to you, and then we have some other songs in store for you as well. But again, paying homage to those legendary ladies is what we're coming to do. We know you'll enjoy it. You will love it. Get your tickets. Please get your tickets.
Definitely get your tickets.
Get your tickets. Right. And bring your butt down there to just enjoy some good singing.
Right. And keep following us because we're giving tickets away as well.
Amazing. Three amazing singers. These are three women that can, they can sing.
Yes.
These are three women that can actually sing and get out there and, they cover the song when they sing it.
Yeah.
So it's definitely... There's no slight, there's no shade, there's no okay, she missed that note. No. She created that note. So listen to it.
And you've heard their music before, Tyra and Anissa.
Yes,
their
Tyra
music
and Anissa.
On WHUR, you've heard their music, I'm sure. Three ladies who are very talented in their own right.
Three vocal beasts.
One
on
stage.
The stage.
One night. Be there.
All right. But it's other places going to be at this week. There's other places you want to be.
Yes, this week I will be. I'm not even certain about Friday right now. I'm waiting for Mr. Lampkin to get back to me. Shout out to John Lampkin. Saturday I will be at the Gordon Center for the Performing Arts with Mousy Thompson and the James Brown Experience. So if you like some James Brown, man. That's in my bullhorn voice. Man, you want to be there. That is a funky show. like I said before, if you ever sat and listened to James Brown, it doesn't even make sense, the funk. So come on out to that show. I'll be there too. So partying with James Brown. Mousy Thompson, James Brown. Mousy Thompson, for those of you who don't know, Mousy was James Brown's actual drummer.
Yeah. Right, he was a drummer.
For 13 years with the Godfather of Soul, literally. He played drums for James Brown for 13 years up until James passed away. And so he's continued the legacy of putting a great group of musicians together. Some of these guys, I mean, these are legends in the game, all the guys that are on the stage, and just... It's just funk galore.
It's gonna be a good time.
It's gonna stink in there. The place is gonna be stinking when you leave. There you go.
All right, I don't know how to follow up with just after that. I'm gonna try.
We're gonna stank up the stage.
Stank up the stage.
Stank up the stage with all the funk.
Smell up the room.
Smell up the room.
Yeah, we're gonna stank it up.
Okay, so another stinky place. No. So I forgot to mention our boy Speedy Trust.
Yes.
As he's coming out with dumbbells and drums. Is it drums and dumbbells? I said it wrong. Drums and dumbbells.
Drums and dumbbells. Dumbbells and drums.
Dumbbells and drums.
A combination of the two.
So we're gonna put that information. You follow him.
Yeah, that'll be on our page.
Steve Garrison has a new single featuring Phase 2, All For You. And his CD is available everywhere. On Saturday, March 24th, at 7 p.m., Bars on Bars featuring Orville the Poet in Hanover, Maryland. Also on Saturday, March 24th at 8:30 p.m., Brian Christopher brings back The Blend in Hyattsville, Maryland. Lorenzo Miller live this Friday at Sobeys Restaurant, 8 o'clock, starting at 8 o'clock in Greenbelt, Maryland. This Sunday, DJ M. Dave Dot mixtape series, weather permitting, is going to start at 1 p.m. in Alexandria, Virginia?
Yes, Alexandria, Virginia. At the Sweet Spot.
At the Sweet Spot.
So that'll be on our page, so you guys can look at go there and see how they plan to have that weather permitting. I know that weather may be a factor in there, but it's a wonderful spot. It's a studio. They have an outside area that they made an outside arena where you can actually go outside and actually listen to live music. They have a stage, the whole 9 yards. It's amazing out there.
So also this Friday, and every Friday, Silver Logan Sharp, 1 p.m. every Friday, Feel Better Fridays is live. So all these people, buy tickets, support them. We want to see you all April 12th. Right.
Yes, we'll see you April 12th.
So we're going to put a link to everybody's that we mentioned today. We encourage you all to support our independent artists in this area.
Yeah, definitely support our independent artists. And two more artists we want to talk about. Candace Johnson. She has a film out. It's called Cut My Hair Barber. She stars in that film. That film was just now picked for the official selection of Maryland International Film Festival for 2018. Congratulations, Candace. She's wonderful actress. She's a talent scout. She's a makeup artist, stylist. She does everything. She even has a blog on CJ Creates is her blog. So it's on our page as well, so you guys can look that up. Also, Vince Shiflett was just picked up as one of the main bloggers for one of, I believe it's Q Magazine issue, which also pushes out Q Magazine. So he's just been picked up there as being a great blogger. He blogs, and some of the stuff that he puts out, the information he puts out, it's very good. You can read it. It makes you think. It makes you think twice about stuff that you already knew, but also makes you question things within yourself to make you a better person, make you better at who you are.
Shoot, that sounds like this.
It sure does. So
that sounds like this.
So
love yourself before you can
love yourself so you can love somebody else.
Okay.
It's okay.
Okay.
It's okay.
And also a big shout out for
loving on people that don't love themselves.
How about
Yeah,
that?
stop
This right here.
Stop loving on people that don't love themselves.
What?
Because they ain't loving you.
Right. They
They
can't
can't
love
they
you
can't
because
love
they don't love
themselves.
themselves.
They
If
can't
you don't know
And
how
it's
to love
okay.
you,
to
how
not,
you gonna love
look,
me?
it's
Exactly.
okay not to be in a relationship if you ain't, hey, listen to this song, you understand?
Okay.
Right. That's why Kim sit over there.
What? Wait a minute.
Because I love myself. I love myself. That's why I
I
have
don't
to sit
feel
over
like
there.
loving you right now. I'm too busy loving me. Okay. All
But our
right.
last thing, big shout out to Southern Wicked Lemonade. They make a mean moonshine that is just so delicious. It comes in different flavors, but they were actually in the grab bag or the
Oscar swag bag.
Oscar swag bag. They were in the Oscar swag bag. So this
we're gonna have them on one day, and
yeah, we'll talk.
Are we gonna get a swag bag?
We make. There's bags in the other room.
We're gonna get the leftover swag bags. That's all right.
Bags in another room.
There's bags in another room. They may be from Giants. We get a giant bag.
You can recycle those.
But to Southern Wicked Lemonade. If you guys don't know about it, look them up on our page. We'll have a link on our page to them for them as well. They were just issued. They just had an article about them in Radar Online, so you guys can look that up as well. Karen, I don't know if we got any. We're talking about your CD, and we have to talk about this.
No, not Karen.
Oh,
Karen, who broke this?
Karen.
Tell the truth.
Don't do it.
Tell the truth, Shane Day. Who broke it?
But why?
No, it's not why. You broke it. It wasn't on accident.
Karen.
That was a good leaf too. Look at it. 3 good leaves.
He being Petty LaBelle right now. He being Petty Boots.
I just threw the pie
Petty
away.
Boots.
I didn't eat all the pie, so
Petty Boots. Petty Manoodles.
Speaking Karen.
Swear. Not Petty Red Bottoms over here. Because Kym accidentally broke the plan. This baby lived a good long life. And now he done gone on the glory.
He was looking for the summer.
This baby done gone on the glory right now.
I'm trying to put it in water.
But see, we were talking about
put him in water.
We were talking about this single.
So he's still green.
Couldn't love you more.
Audrey too.
She couldn't love
Audrey too. Nigga Audrey too over here. Put him in some water. Feed me. Feed me.
You know what?
We had too much fun tonight.
Feed me all night long. I'm sorry, I'm a movie buff too. That's Audrey too. Right. We're gonna call it Audrey too. Right. Audrey too.
It's gonna be alright.
You need a moment? Okay.
Should we leave?
I don't know if he wanted to be alone. I wasn't sure.
It was going good.
I wasn't sure when he wanted to be alone.
I mean,
but okay.
30 seconds.
Okay.
All right. Hey guys, buy these 2 singles.
Definitely buy her 2 singles. Couldn't love you more. And what's the name of the other one?
Another Star.
Another Star.
On the Rising.
Oh.
Karen, if you could take us out, I can show them who Another Star is. I'm gonna. If you sing, come here, you have to.
What you want me to sing?
Oh, I can explain.
I'll let you choose.
No, she said what you. That doesn't mean
no, because you picked the last song.
No, I didn't pick the last song. What last song I picked? It was her song.
Oh.
But you picked it.
I didn't pick it.
Oh, well, you want to hear my new song?
No, I want to hear your new song, but if it falls on the thing of you singing right now, okay. That's your choice.
How about we compromise? I'll do one for you, one for you. How's that? Is that good?
You're gonna do 2 songs.
I'm gonna do 2. Oh. I'm feeling in a good mood tonight.
Oh God. Okay.
Kym
goes first.
I just told her.
Another Star.
I told her.
Let me see if I remember the words. For you, there might be another star. And through my eyes, the light of you is all I see. For you, there might be another song. And through my heart is here with your melody. That one right there.
I'm dead.
It's actually a cover. Actually, originally done by Stevie Wonder off of his Songs in the Key of Life album. So shout out to the legendary, iconic.
I'm sorry.
Okay,
Stevie.
the Songs in the Key of Life album.
Yeah.
Major.
There
are so many people that are doing samples off of it, but there are so many people that are doing just the actual covers off of what Stevie did. That's just amazing.
Exactly.
Can we just talk about
Stevie
Karen
is
right
one-
now just singing that song?
Well,
I'm sorry, because I need to still be in that
Next
moment.
is
I'm still in
my
that
song.
moment.
I had to do a
Respect to Stevie,
I had
but
to
I'm
do a
still in
Stevie.
the moment right now. Did y'all hear what she just did?
It's just, it's this nice little grown folks groove, so I know you'll dig it. So y'all be sure to
Raymond
download
Jefferson
it.
said, "Hey Siri, sing."
I'm telling you.
Hey Raymond! Shout out to the 512
Raymond Jefferson.
experience.
That's right.
512 experience. See, you got it right. 512 experience.
Right, Raymond. You got it right, Raymond.
Karen loves love. Raymond
Karen.
Jefferson. Karen, love you guys.
Yes.
So, is it my turn now?
Your turn.
Your turn
Okay.
not to
Hold on.
sing, but to pick.
Okay, one moment. Give me a moment.
Okay.
What you?
Oh, Lord.
He got the. You know
You
what?
ring the
You know
bell.
what happened last time.
That's how you ring the bell. You know what
Last
happened.
time
Ring the bell on this one. Okay. My song.
He's nothing but.
Ridiculous.
It's like two different versions. I
Okay,
wanna
people
hear.
need to
Two
go
different
home.
versions. Okay. Anything Jill Scott. I'll just do that.
Jill Scott. Okay.
He loves me. It's good. But it's cool.
Is that the one you're requesting?
Oh, yeah. Only because I know you can tear that up.
Oh, God. You love me, you're special, you're different every time.
Bye.
You keep me on my feet happily, excited by your cologne, ooh, your hair,
Sing.
ooh, that smile, your intelligence. Said you woo me, and you court me, and you tease me. Oh, you please me. You school me. Give me some things to think about.
Oh.
Invite me. You ignite me. You co-write me, and you love me, and you like me. You incite me to chorus. There you go.
Oh! Oh, I love it. I love it. Tell me she can't
Let me
sing.
tell you what.
Jelly.
Let me tell you what.
Jilly from Philly, all due
Talk right
respect.
Shout out to
We
Jilly.
love
from
you,
Philly.
Jill.
Shout out to Jilly from Philly.
We love you, Jill.
Okay, so
Yes.
I can't even talk.
Oh.
Y'all, we gonna give y'all these tickets to the show because y'all need to hear her. Well, you just heard her live.
Yeah,
but
you
have
heard
to
her
be
a little
in
bit.
the same
You heard a little bit right now, but you gotta be in a
room
room.
with her.
Not here, but
And until
Call
then,
Club. Yeah.
Until then,
buy the single.
get the single. Get the single. You got two of them to get. You got Couldn't Love Me, and you got The Star.
Couldn't love you.
Another star.
Couldn't Love You,
Mhm.
and Another Star.
Another star.
So you got those
Get 'em.
two singles.
Get 'em
Get those singles. This woman can sing her butt off.
Well, you won't be able to read that, but okay. Couldn't love you. Love is L-U-V.
Yes.
You. Letter
Oh,
U.
Mm.
That's the little Prince thing, you know. Like, couldn't love you. That's how you
I
spell
said,
it.
ugh.
Child, watch.
So, couldn't love you. And like I said, it's going down April 12th at the Carlisle
April
Club.
12th at the Carlisle Club.
We
Make
going
sure you
in.
guys are there.
We gonna be
You have
singing.
got to be there. You have got to be
We're
there.
going to be singing.
I know what I'm going to do.
What you going to do?
What you gonna do?
When y'all leave, I'm going to make a phone call. I'm going to play that other one. of the song back.
I don't know for y'all.
I'm going to
Yeah, we
download it.
don't
I'll
wanna
put that
be
on
here.
repeat.
We don't want to be here for
Get
that.
out of here, Karen.
Well, y'all ain't going to be here for that. Y'all got to go.
Right.
It's
It's about
time
that.
It's time.
I don't wanna be here for that.
We don't want to be here for that. Wow. I'm going to make a phone call too.
Well, damn it, I'm gonna make a call too.
Hopefully somebody will pick up. I don't know.
Domino's.
Like Domino's. I'm gonna call Domino's. I'm
Domino's.
gonna call Domino's. That's my boyfriend tonight. Domino's.
I better check out the delivery driver. Do a drive-by first.
Is the delivery man cute? Okay. You want some of this pizza? You come on and take a break. Come on and take a break. You want some of this pizza?
Order wings first.
Yeah, the wings first.
Right.
You want some of this pizza?
Then wait an hour. Order
That's
that
right.
pizza.
Take a break and come on in.
Oh,
That is terrible.
Look, we love you. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you for being here. Thanks for sharing with us. Thanks, just sharing with us and sharing with our audience. Helping somebody else out there that's singing. We love your music. we're gonna plug that. We're gonna play it. We actually had it on the promo, right?
We did.
Okay, so it was on the promo, and then the little promo we're gonna put out about this video, that's gonna be on there as well. So we're gonna try and plug and play as much as we can to try and just to support you and what you're doing and all your efforts, because you're a beautiful person. We love you inside and out. Just a purely genuine, beautiful person, and your voice
so appreciative.
Just displays that. Period. So everything, everything good and good and perfect that comes from above, definitely hits you.
I'm getting verklempt.
Talk about yourself. Bring it back to life now.
Suddenly, down into your love. Okay, Little Shop of Hearts is like one of my favorite musicals, so in case you didn't guess that already.
I love that. My sister like playing it.
Come on, it's supper time.
All right, so look, while Karen brings that back to life,
I'm gonna sing to it.
we about to get out of here because the night's still young, but now I got a song to download. And a few calls, one call to make up.
Ooh!
I gotta get them out of here. So.
Overshare. That was an overshare. We getting put out the house.
No, y'all not getting pushed out. You better usher.
Ooh. I don't. Wow.
That's different.
The love in this room. I don't
No,
the love in this room.
This is Nuby. That's Kym. This is the lovely Karen Linette. You have got to follow her. Get her music. Come to the show on April 12th. Everywhere she's going to be. You want to be there?
Me and my dead plate. All right.
Hold on. Let me write.
Audrey too.
I'm going to get a gold pen and write Olin Mills right here.
Right. Wait, I need to stay in there.
That's
like
old school. Olin Mills. Oh my gosh. Olin Mills. That's old school.
Where's the nature backdrop?
With the leaves. Yeah.
With the waterfall. No, you ain't never been around there. When you stand in front of the waterfall with Olin Mills on the sidewalk.
Olin Mills. Scenery. Yes. Scenery.
Yes, indeed.
But anyway, look, this Nuby, that's Kym, this lovely Karen Linette. Thank you so much for being here.
So much.
And you guys, look, we're out of here.
Deuces.
See y'all.
Oh my God. Thank you so much.
Oh man, that was fun.
So we have something for you.